right, thank you for those of you who are tuned in. Let's get ready to kick off another week or another month of Brandmotion Tech Talk. This week we'll be touching on CAN decoding devices here at Brandmotion, what they are, what they do, what the benefit to you as an installer is, and how to go about purchasing them. So a little bit of overview of what we'll be touching on today. I got a quick introduction of who we've got on the call today. We'll touch on what CAN decoding devices are, what exactly they are as themselves, how they operate, and then what's the benefit you get from these devices, the vehicles we have this product available to, how you'd go about purchasing, and then some of the resources and tools we have available to you at Brandmotion. So just as a little overview of who we are as a company, my name is Adam DeGroat. I'm an account manager here at Brandmotion. I'm a member of the account relationship team. However, we also have a returns department, technical support, accounting, product development, warehouse and shipping, wire harness builders, and the connected vehicle side of the business. You can always learn more about Brandmotion by visiting our website, brandmotion.com, and then click About Brandmotion. So who's on the call today? Myself, Adam DeGroat, account manager, and then I've got Kevin Bouchard from the product development team. He's a product engineer here at Brandmotion. So diving right into it, what are CAN decoding devices? Sounds complex. It's really simple. And what this boils down to is it's a device that makes complex installations easier. So what this is doing is you'll be tapping into wires for an installation that can be tricky, and then you're going to be it can help you avoid costly mistakes. So many modern aftermarket safety solutions like our RDBS 1500 unit require multiple vehicle signals to operate. This tool is a discrete way to turn CAN signals into 12-volt outputs in a single location. So it's a reliable data transfer technique for installing Brandmotion safety products in less time and with less fear. And it's not specific just to Brandmotion products. It can be really any aftermarket safety products that require 12-volt outputs or multiple signals. So if you had to boil it down into a couple features, really what CAN decoding is it helps you save time and money. It's a plug and play solution for converting CAN signal to on-off 12-volt outputs at the OBD2 port. It's easier than searching for each vehicle's CAN wires, easy CAN signal access, and then more flexible project staffing, meaning you don't have to have your higher trained or your more specialized installers focusing on finding wires. Hopefully this will bring in a wider mix of installers being able to tackle projects that require CAN signaling during the installation. So the provided 12-volt outputs that this offers is the turn signal left and right, park signals, reverse light, ignition, and accessory. And really it just helps you install with a peace of mind. So there's no more splicing into CAN wires. It lets you avoid potential repairs and liability that could come from mistakes during the installation process when trying to find those CAN wires. It helps you avoid warranty claims and also keeps a low current draw. So this can all boil down into faster product installations for our radar blind spot unit, forward crash or lane departure systems like the ADAS 1100 or rear view cameras, all products that we've touched on in previous Brandmotion University calls. So now that I've kind of given you the basic features and specs of the product and what it is, a device that essentially lets you tap into CAN signals, I want to turn it over to Kevin from the product engineering team to kind of put this into simple facts and words of what it means to you.
Yeah, thank you, Adam. So I guess the biggest question is, so Adam touched on it kind of top heavy in that this is the basic way that they operate, but in a little more in depth, essentially what's happening is your vehicle, anything newer, obviously, is sending thousands and thousands and thousands of messages every moment that passes, right? So what we're doing is we're entering this device into that message path, aka the CAN signal, the CAN bus, and basically intercepting the messages that we want to see, right? And when we see certain messages, all we're telling this system to do is to output 12 volts to a certain output, right? Left turn signal, right turn signal. So rather than having to go maybe very likely to the right passenger kick for the turn signals, and then to the ignition switch for accessory or ignition power, potentially up to a running light for park light connections on our RDBS system. Essentially, all we're doing is we're centralizing one place All those connections happen in one place, one integration into the vehicle, and then the rest of the integrations in terms of wires is all with that unit, right? So the benefit to that is kind of what I just said, especially nowadays when, vehicles used to be very simple, very easy. Now you're getting to the point where not only are they becoming more complex just generally, they're becoming complex in different ways, right? So we're running into issues with pulse wave modulation for certain signals, where if your system's looking for a clean 12 volt and you get onto a pulse wave modulated circuit, you're running into a whole slew of issues. And we see that in the RDBS system, specifically with the turn signals, you know what I mean? So, and park lights as well. So, apart from just giving one central location, that's one benefit, right? But it's about simplifying all of these vehicles into the same process, despite which vehicle it is. You're not having to go to all the way to the light for your F-150 and having to go to the kick panel in your RAV4 and basically all this randomness that it feels like we're seeing in vehicles, and everyone's got their own way of doing things. Essentially, all we're doing is simplifying it so that no matter what you're working on, as long as we have the diagnostic messages or the CAN messages related to it, you're going to one spot, and it's simple, and really it's not just saving time on making those connections. It's saving time on understanding the vehicle architecture and finding those connections. So, I mean, that's, to me, as an installer and an engineer, that's really the biggest benefit to me is taking something that is easily confused by maybe, a less experienced installer or even a very experienced installer, and bringing it into terms that anybody can really grasp and understand.
Perfect. Thank you, Kevin. So just to recap, essentially what we're dealing with here is, instead of going all over a vehicle trying to find specific wires that you may need, this allows you to conduct installations from one centralized point. So an RDBS 1500 or the radar blind spot install could look very similar going from a Nissan vehicle to a Ford or a Chevrolet vehicle, rather than them all having three unique installation processes. So now that we've touched on what CAN decoding devices are, how they work, and what the benefit is, what vehicles can you actually use this on? And then, simply put, we've got it for Honda, Ford, Chevy, FCA, Nissan, BMW, Mercedes, Toyota, Hyundai, Kia, and VW. So a pretty wide range in vehicle makes, a little bit more limited in the vehicle models within the makes. So if you see here on the left, it'll be all vehicles we have the CAN decoders available for now currently. Now, if there's something down the road and you need a different style of CAN decoder, we potentially could work that in, but this is what we have in-house and available currently. So I'll leave that here just in case anyone wants to see. And then moving on, how do you go about purchasing CAN decoding devices? So currently they're about $99, just under 100 MSRP. And then to find out more information or to go about purchasing them, just reach out to your Brandmotion account manager or distributor to get more information or pricing. And then what to expect when you do purchase these. This isn't like a general stocking product. We don't keep a bunch of them on the shelf. They are produced as ordered. And then once you get a hold of your account manager or your distributor, we'll need to ask a few more questions to understand what exactly you're looking for and if we'll be able to accommodate that and the desired vehicles that you'd like to put this on, and then go from there. It's a little bit case by case. We're handling this as people need it. It's generally not something that is widely taken right now. Not a lot of people are purchasing them, but they do offer a lot of benefits to those of you who are focusing on more complex products as far as installation goes, like our radar blind spot or our advanced driver assistance system. That may take a few hours to install. So we really just want to help you reduce the time of install and then keep those bays turning, keeping vehicles moving. So if you'd like to request a CAN decoder for any vehicle, please go to that link below. There will be some questions on there that'll ask you, vehicle type, what exactly you're looking to do. And then we've got an engineer, third party, who we send the information to, and that he helps build the devices for us. So that kind of wraps up everything we have on CAN decoders. There's not a whole lot to cover, just what they do, how to go about purchasing them, and what to expect when purchasing them. But I do want to touch on some of the resources we have available to you here at Brandmotion, first being the vehicle configurator. So we touched on some of the CAN decoders that can be used on a wide range of vehicles. But what if you don't know exactly what you need for your vehicle? This is where you'd go. right at the top of the Brandmotion website, click search by vehicle, follow through the selections here. You're going to select your make, model, trim, and year. You're going to select the product category you're looking for, and then it will show you parts available for that vehicle. Beyond that, we also have the application guide, which can be found on our website underneath technical, all the way at the bottom of the web page, or you could follow this link here. And then this will be pretty much the same as what you're seeing in the search by vehicle configurator. However, it's just in an Excel spreadsheet. So those of you who prefer Excel or just like quicker answers rather than clicking through things, this is the way to go. Here's a little instructions. Basically, the best way to go about it is just to use the search function, whether that's Control F or Command F, depending on the type of computer you have, to search for either a part number, a vehicle, or make. Lastly, one of the best resources and tools we have available here is our website. If you're to search a part number, you'll find loads of information on the part, anything from the features to the packaging or UPC code, all on the website. So thank you guys. Here's my contact information if you have any questions about CAN decoding or Brandmotion products in general. I want to thank you for tuning in again to a Brandmotion Tech Talk, and I'll see you in the future.